So after a bumpy couple of weeks, Dogecoin is finally starting to turn around with a 7-day gain of almost 60%. So let's have a deeper look into what's been happening with Dogecoin, have a look at the price action, and how we can best prepare for its next move as we go into some of those key levels. Now let's jump into weekly charts for Dogecoin. Like I said, Dogecoin has had a very rough couple of weeks with the drop from its all-time highs of 80 cents right before the SNL performance from Elon Musk, down to the swing low of 15 cents. Now, I don't think anyone was really expecting a move this big, but if we zoom out, the charts still really look bullish to me, and I'll explain why in a minute. But first, just check this out. So if we go and draw a Fibonacci from the swing low back in November 2020 to the swing high, right before the last drop, we get this green rectangle which shows some key levels of support between 15 cents to 30 cents, which is the 618 and the 786 on Fibonacci. Now, I know a lot of people out there are getting scared with the current move, with all the FUD going on out there on social media, but this is starting to look really intriguing to me, and it's starting to show some really good signs of an area where a lot of longer term investors are starting to accumulate more and more coins. Now, I'm sure there are some of you out there who have bought in at 30 cents, 50 cents, maybe even at an all-time high of 80 cents, which sucks, but that's your entry point. So now we need to start to figure out how we can best prepare moving forward. And my job here really is just to present the data to you. And right now in my eyes, it's saying that in the longer term and the grand scheme of things, Dogecoin is starting to look pretty good. So now if we zoom back out on the charts, you really start to see a longer term story being told here. So now the green rectangle on the screen is the bear market low to the swing high. And now we have this area of support. So I recently did a similar type of video on Bitcoin and Cardano if you want to check those out. But the green area usually looks like consolidation with people accumulating below the 786 somewhere. So it's sort of saying that it is possible that we could go below 15 cents. But in my view, 17 cents to 30 cents looks like a really strong accumulation area for a lot of people, as we've really already seen a drop of almost 80% from its all-time highs down to its current levels. So continuing down into this area of consolidation, right, with this 20-week moving average, it just looks like a really nice area. So if you are thinking about accumulating and you are keen on buying more Dogecoin, it's just something to think about. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what price to buy in at or what to do. I really encourage you just to make your own decisions on that and do your own research. But like I say all the time, what we want to do here is provide you with all the different possible scenarios so we can all learn and best prepare for the next move that could happen. So that's in play. Right now, though, I mentioned the FUD. We're sort of in a bit of a bear market. Everyone's a little scared at the moment, and we are starting to see across all the coins, Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, but all it takes is just a couple of really good green days, and that could change everything. And in this environment, that move could come any day now, and it could happen really, really quickly. Look back here. So back in December 2020, in 1 week, we saw price increase by up to 1,400%. Now, we know how the crypto market can react sometimes, so let's just keep an open mind with what's possible in order to turn this around. Look at that 20-day moving average. It's currently around 22 cents, and we are still sitting above that level while you look at all the other major coins such as Cardano, such as Bitcoin, and we're sitting below that level. And Bitcoin even seeing the well-known death cross, which is a cross between the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. So I want to have a look at Dogecoin on the shorter term as well. So Doge on the daily chart. Now let's draw another Fibonacci from the previous short-term bull run low to the recent high. And we get this support channel, which is very similar to the weekly channel, which has some strong support and resistance around that 30 cents sort of zone. Now, we recently broke that level. We recently broke below it after, the China mining ban. Dropped straight down to that 786 on a Fibonacci, which is also the same levels as the bottom descending channel. And then straight back up to that 30 cents range, which is also in line with the top of the descending channel. Now, we did see the 200-day and the 50-day moving averages cross a couple of weeks ago, which we also haven't seen since back in August 2020, where the price was around 3 cents. So short term, it doesn't look great on the technicals for Dogecoin, but again, we were due for a correction from the last bull run that was going up. Now, if we zoom out just a little bit and we go back to the previous moving averages cross, we saw a similar move. So we broke the 20-day and the 50-day moving averages, they crossed, and we saw price consolidate around that same Fibonacci support level after a couple of months. And once we saw price break that 3 cents support level, we saw a huge bull run all the way up to that 80 cents zone where we saw a couple of months ago, which in total, if you look at that whole move, is a 23,000% move to the upside, which is insane. So take that with a grain of salt, but if we go back to where we are now, we are starting to see the same thing with Dogecoin happening. So being right in that Fibonacci zone after the 20-day and the 50-day averages crossed. So for me, I feel like all of these are pretty positive signs. Now, this could be a reversal back onto the upside like we saw back in August 2020. Who knows how high it could go, but we also need to watch this move with the descending channel right there in play. So we need to watch that really closely and be prepared for this to possibly drop a little bit lower into that range. And if we do, I really think we could pick up Dogecoin for some absolute bargains. So that's it from me, guys. Some key areas to look out for, but there's no denying it that the next couple of days are going to be absolutely crucial for Dogecoin to turn this around. So make sure that you like the video, subscribe to the channel so we can track this together each and every day. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.